Hi, this is Latin, and we're back with Software Inc.'s Beta 1 Play and Learn series. We're playing a hard difficulty. We're going to cover where we're at, what's happened, and where we're headed. We'll get into it after the B-roll. Okay, we've advanced to February 1991. Our last release was Martians 2 in August of 89. Outstanding, visionary, unavoidable. We made $42 million on it. So that's what's basically sustaining us now. We're at 22.1 mil available funds, and we have available funds where we're preparing for a move. We're accumulating funds for a move. 6.6 mil in investments in bonds, 307,000 in investments, for a total of 29 million. An employee. Okay, let's find out what's wrong with this employee who's tired and can't work. Okay, research. We're going to look at research in a minute. Meanwhile, we'll get to research in a minute. Okay, we started hiring designers in December of 1990. We grew our research team to 14 in the AM and 14 in the PM. We're researching system, hardware, 3D, audio, and network for 1991. Legal teams to follow up when we have successfully completed research for these. Both AM and PM research team are working in crunch mode for only 5 hours a day. And I may have to review that according to that last notification by an employee. Looks like it's worked before, or we've never had problems with it. I don't know what's going on. Both AM and PM research teams are working in crunch mode for only 5 hours a day to help us quickly expedite the research with hopes of acquiring as many of the 1991 patent now in research. Legal teams will also be placed in 5-hour daily shifts during the patent acquisition periods with hopes of being first to market with them. The two upsides to research are: 1, with patents for any given year acquired, we can receive royalties for them. 2, the research will help us by having the latest technology in our products. Okay, our next special release is our sports game Thunder Cars, due out in September 1992. The next phase for this is March 1992, and that's beta. We could look at that here in the doc. Next phase 1992, scheduled to release September 1992. Within the next phase, this release date may or may not change. Usually it doesn't change after the alpha release date is posted. After release date, once they go into alpha, the release date is posted. It normally doesn't change after that, but there is always a possibility. Okay, the same teams are working or will be working on Architect 2 simulation, which we had issues with in our last episode, as the teams assigned to the design phase did not include the lead designer, who had acquired rights to this franchise. That was corrected by simply adding L Design 01 game as part of the design team. L Design 01 is Sophia H., one of the founders and visionary lead designers. We continue to invest in new companies with no product releases. Let's look at that. Anything, no product, who has a listing. And you're going to notice the new pointers in the game. The pointers were updating in the last release. And you could turn these off if you don't like them. Go into options, pointers. Okay, details for these show that we are the only investor. Details for these that show we are the only investor. And details for this show that we are the only investor. And let's go look at our company. Where are we? in reference to investments. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And some of these investments are not doing very well. So you saw what happened in our last episode. We were in need of money and we started selling anything that was losing, and we basically got up to 2.3 mil, I believe it was. But all those shares were acquired by us after one of the companies we had invested with went into bankruptcy. We got 2 applications, antivirus, a framework along with that. And also, I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 of their investments, which they had invested in. They weren't doing too well, but they totaled up to 2.3 million, which helped us get to our release when we were struggling. So investing is always something you should be doing when you have excess funds. And I don't invest much. If you look at these investments before they release, 261 shares for 24,000 is what I spent on them. The other one was 277 shares and I spent 18,000. If you hold them long enough, those 18,000 or turn it to 100,000, 500,000, even a million in some instances, depending on how successful that company is. So it's always good to be investing. And I always, at the end of every day or every other day, I look in here to see if there's anybody new. I always keep this as 0. You know, you got to do is sort by product. Anything that's 0. There's only one company out here with a patent. Lease LLC. What patent do they? Hardware patent 82. It's a no patent. That patent should be expiring in a few years. So what are we doing with research? Hardware, as I mentioned, system 3D, everything is being researched. And we set up research teams. Our next big thing is, like I said, games. And the cars releasing in 92. We're going to get this release out. And I think we're going to advance to 92, get this release out, and then possibly moved. Or depending how much money we make from here to then. I hit 30 million, I will move. But let's advance. Well, we are moving forward at a very slow pace. An employee is tight and can't work. 4 employees are tight and they are in research. So I may have to do is slow research down to maybe 4 hours a day. Are those guys all in the same research team? I mean, they're all in PM. Yep, they're all in PM. So let's shorten the PM time. Let's go to Crunch. Shorten the PM time to... Well, no wonder they were tired. Look at them. They're from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'll be tired too. That was my bad. 4 to 9, they should not be complaining anymore. In fact, what time is it? Oh, they're not in. If they were in, I would send them all home, but they're not in. So they'll be happy to come in and only work for 4 hours. Let's just give them work for 4 hours today. We'll have them, put them back to 5 hours tomorrow. Send them home early today. They're probably tired. Okay, we're going to move ahead. Get them out of here, get them in, get them out. Get this date over with. See what other messages we get. And we have deals. And we have a print deal for how much? 193. We should be able to cover that. Let's just go look at 768,000. I love when these guys have their big heads on. Did you see that? Did you guys see that? When we're up close, they have their big heads on. And let's close this down. We'll see them when they come out. I think it's when they're close to us and I have the cursor close to them. You see them all night owls with their big night owl heads on? Let's just slow this down. Yeah, slow them down. They're all going home already. I will see them coming in the morning. No, they weren't gone home already. They would not have gone home already. Okay, the employee's tired and can't work. One thing I want to check. We checked the PM thing. Is the AMT the same way? No, 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m. So is that the same for people? Or is that enormous? That message is supposed to drop down here. Why didn't it? Finish print job for Thunder Cars. Oh, that's great. Good to know. They're ready to go. Thunder Cars is ready to go. Let me double check that they have 7 out of 7, 3 out of 2. And they're still in August of 91. Oh, they moved to August of 91. See what I mean? That was a moving target. They're in beta now. They moved to August of 91. So they're coming in a month early? A year early. That was September 92, I believe, right? Was that not September of 92? Yes, it was. It was September 92. So they did change. So it's not only can it change in alpha, it could change in the beta. When it reaches alpha, they get one predicted. I'm going to say predicted because now that's what it is. It's a predicted release date. And the final release date is set in beta. As soon as they hit beta, they set the final release date, which is August of 91. I wonder how marketing takes that and how they handle that. That would be interesting to find out. One for statistics. I always like to get the statistics. That we're at 25 million and we're releasing in August. Researching hardware is going pretty good. I see this research going into December this year because of all the tightness out there. For porting Maze, we got 2 out of 3 ports in the finish. For porting Architect, we got 1 out of 3, and we're porting Spyware Trap. Spyware Trap is one of the applications, antivirus that we acquired for an investment that went belly up in the last episode. We acquired them, and we acquired all the stocks that they had out there. Not all their stocks, just this portion of their stocks, depending on how many other companies were invested in them. That's always a good investment. A few thousand in a company that has no product. We didn't even look at the calendar to see what was coming out. Office software, sports game, Baker in Space 3, Brew Digital, Windrise Interactive, Lisa LLC. Why did I just see that Lisa LLC? Where did I just see Lisa LLC? Here we go. What are your products, Lisa? Oh, Lisa's big into gaming, operating system, office software, to the editor. Should we say maybe everything? Everything is good. And she has a few grades. The grades are not all recent. 87 is the latest grade I see. Oh, the 89 is a good. 88 was the latest grade. Do we own Lisa? I'm always interested. We would be here if we owned them. Private investor. And at those prices, 57 million now. We can't afford them. Gotta stay in our lane. Stay in our lane till we have our own lane. How's that? We are in April. I don't foresee anything happening other than print deals from here to then. That's why property management makes it so much easier. And I'm going to accept this without looking because I know that team was able to take care of whatever was out there. Okay, if this research goes into, it's completed, I'll bring you guys back and we'll go hire some legal teams. Other than that, I'm going to try to push to August of 91st. I'm going to try to push out to August of 91. I'll bring you guys back if this thing goes into research. If this research completes, I will bring you back and we could go hire some legal teams. We'll be right back. Okay, as promised, you guys are back. Research. We finished researching. When we finish researching, we finished. Cost us 50,000, and it gets assigned to. We don't have legal showing, so it gets assigned to core. But we set up the research team. We just haven't hired anyone, and we set up their workspaces and everything. We just haven't hired anyone. So let's go do one little thing here. Get some prints taken care of it. The daily funds coming in. We're at 35 mil. I was going to move, but I figured I'll move in the next episode. Or maybe I'll move between episodes. You guys see me moving in enough times. And we're looking to hire legal team. How many should we hire? Okay, legal teams. What do we want? They'll be working on one thing at a time. So I'm going to go for super focus because they'll be backing up marketing. But when they're backing up marketing, they will not be working on patents. They'll only be working on patents. But then again, they'll be working on patents for several. No. We're going to stick with big brain. No, we're going to go to capacitor. Let's not get tired until energy is completely drained. Just like marketers and other service people, I'm going to stick to capacitor. Super focus is great if we were only concentrating on one pattern at a time. And in the beginning, there will be, because right now is only one. But when the next one is ready to go, they're going to have to jump on that too. So I'd rather not get super focused because works fast at one task but fails at multitasking. And in legal, you have to multitask because you're doing more than one patent at a time after these patents get going. And it looks like network audio is going to be the next one of those two. And system is the money maker. And I'll show you guys why in a minute after we hire some people. If somebody reminds me. Yeah, you got to remind me. Okay, we're looking for service. Lower. We're going to go off of marketing one. That's the closest service team that we can go off of. Capacitor, we're going off for high salaries. Legal requires 3 stars to be able to get a patent. If you don't have 3 stars, you're wasting your time. Begin looking. And this guy is the most amazing guy ever. Because he's got 4 stars in skill sets. And this is fine. Generous optimist. This is fine. It's going to lower my score, but I'm not concerned about that in service. I'm going to get 1. Let me go by 1. They're all 3 stars. We'll go hire 3 of these guys. And we went to marketing 1. I was supposed to change this, and you guys know that, right? But what if changes? I could have hired them right into lower. So now we got to go move them. You either work smart or you work hard. When you're not working smart, you're working hard. Not marketing 1. 3 employees. Change teams. Did I say lower? Lower AM? Yeah, let's look for some. Okay, we use lower AM to hire the next few, which are basically going to be night owls. Because they're going to go into lower PM. But we got to remember to switch to lower PM. Remind me to switch before I hire. Oh, look at this. Everybody's the same. One guy that's here, and this guy's got 1, 2, 3 stars. Even though this guy's going to mess me up, I'm going to pick all of these guys, but I'm going to pick them for low PM. They said to remind me, and you guys did. Well, somebody was in my head. That would be interesting, right? Somebody in my head. Okay. I was thinking of getting a fast learner, but these guys don't have to learn anything. And that is still say AM. And let me see if I can find some big brain guys, big brain lawyers. Maybe big brain lawyers will get us everything faster. Oh, there's less of them. I guess they don't come in the big brain variety. How hard is it to do legal? Generous optimist, generous optimist. That's all we ever hire is generous optimist. They have the most generous company around. I'm gonna grab these guys, and these guys are gonna be okay. Legal AM 1, 2, 3. In PM, I would never do that. We're at 9:17. How many lawyers do I have? I got 6. So let's go get 2 more for the PM, but after the clock changes. We're not going to get any candidates now other than the one we left there. He was a scary guy anyway. Okay, so here we go. PM. Change it to lower PM. Change it to night out. Everything else stays the same. We go looking. And we're always want to get that modest person. They're always the cheapest anyway. That's why they're so modest. 1. We needed 2, right? We're going to go for the 2 youngest guys here. Experience means nothing at this course. Okay, we got 6 and 6. We got 12 lawyers. Will 12 lawyers get us a patent? We're going to test them out. And we're going to also, they are coming in at 7 a.m. 7 to 12. Oh, wrong team. That's what happened before. Seven to 9? 7 to 9. 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is the PM team. That's what threw me off last time. And these guys are going to come in at 7. And you're only going to work till 12. In a very nice, crunchy way. We got 2 teams working in crunch. At one time, I went to click this thinking I was going to sort by crunch, and everybody went to crunch. I'm surprised they didn't do it that time. Oh, yes or no now. I guess they fixed that. Anyway, we got 2 teams working in crunch. Law and research. And research, I was supposed to change that back to 9. And 7 to 12. Okay. July, we close tomorrow, so let's move into tomorrow. Actually, we moved into July. My bad. Oh, look at this pattern. You think we're going to get it? Look at this pattern. This thing was moving a minute ago. And hold it. That kind of efficiency requires one thing and one thing only. Oh my God, how can I make this better? How can we make these teams better? Anybody tell me? 6 in each. How can we make them better? One is 181.3, one is 187.5. Anybody who's watched my videos, how can we make them better? Does anybody know? I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to make it better without telling you. Without telling you, I'm going to make it better. And the modest guy wins it. No, he doesn't. He was so close. I had such high hopes for him. I really did. One person. And look at him. This is fine. A generous flirt. The last person I want in the team. No matter what I do, I could change it to the next team. It's going to be the same candidate. Do we want somebody who's not going to hold meetings? I don't want anybody with automation. What did that not take, or what was it that happened there? HR socialization. There's no automation here. What's going on? Lead service medium. Why am I getting applicants I'm not looking for? Oh, I see why. But they're giving me the ones I am looking for. Okay, we're going to move into tomorrow and then hire these leads and release this and then call it a day. Oh, first patent on record. First patent on record. We have an OS that's going out when? 96, so it's got a long way. At least I'll have at least 91 technology in there. They know when they started it wasn't 91. So they'll be able to upgrade. Okay, August of 91. Fast forward. Who else is going to go in between audio and network? Oh, the project management team. Games 2, Sims Bus just released the sports game Thundercards. And what is this saying? The credibility of Lucy Fletcher has been narrowed down 58% out of 100. He'll recover. He will recover. First order of business when we release something. If it is a game, anything other than an OS of any kind, audit. Undercards, sports, outstanding. We have a good and we have a great, but why? You say yes here, they'll go away. But I didn't want them to go away because I was marketing them. I wanted to see if this thing made me any money. Well, did it? Sorry. 110. They sold nothing. Past 0. Past month 0. They sold nothing. Marketing is not paying off for them. And I did throw $1,000 in marketing with them, didn't I? Yeah. I gotta look at this, see if what this says at the end of the day. Okay, so first order of business, port. Actually, it should be print. Because then I forget. The reason I say print is because then I forget to print. Okay, this is good, inspiring. This is not good. The two most actives are good in 89. Oh, we have an outstanding in 90. Outstanding in 1991. And is 159,000. We're going to put to this first. You put to the highest one. In my book, I would put to the highest one. Then you circle back to these one and this one. After you do that one. Okay, so Thundercards, we got it basically. Second step is printing. 25,000. That will come up here. As soon as it comes up here, hit maximum, hit OK. The 25,000 originally is unlimited. You hit OK here, now you're doing a maximum. And Martians is at 150,000. Oh my God, no wonder. We made so much money with them. I'm going to push this back down to 15. We're not going to sell that many more Martians. In fact, Martians to finish boarding. I am going to go try to sell some more Martians. To this outstanding new Z-Box that just came out, or as a console. We want to get on Z-Box. Let's go for the consoles with the games, guys. Where the money's at. Okay, so now this thing, next thing up on here is architect. And they're going into design. Once this gets into alpha, we could assign the next thing on here. You could assign it now. They're not going to do anything until they should work on them in sequence, but I like to wait. I like managing this to make sure it's giving me outstanding. And I double check them every now and then. 19 out of 19, 6 out of 6, especially after releases. Just in case somebody retired, left, stayed home sick, never wanted to work again or whatever they did, and they're not going to be present. And this is Empires. And it's in design phase. April of 92 is the next phase. And it is 5 out of 5. See how that looks a whole lot better? If it wasn't for this marketing here. Let's push forward through today. I want to see how this marketing does. And it looks like it's just throwing away money. With the day teams on it too. See, the day team says it's throwing away money. I'm going to end it. That's simple. No more marketing, no more printing. I said I was printing. No, because I saw that I had 110,000. And I decided I'm not going to print. But that's it, folks. We are going to leave it there. We got up to date. We managed to get on the cards out the door, another outstanding release. We're going to look at research in the next episode, how we made out. And these teams, that team took care of one research right away. They knocked it out of the park. We're going to see how they do with 2 and 3. Because I see 2, network and audio, going to basically terminate at the same time. And we are in September, October, November, December. We got 3 months. So we're going to carry 3D and research into next year, it looks like. Unless we get those out within the next month, and then the one that has a chance of getting done in December is 3D. So I think the crunch is working. I think I screwed up the time on the first one, and that's why we got complaints. So I think 5 hours a day. You come in, you 5 hours a day, you're in crunch. You go home early. You should have no complaints. You're in at 4, you're out at 9. You're in at 7, you're out by 12. That's half a day for most people. Most people don't know. You got to do is crunch it a little. Okay, we're going to leave it there. I'm going to move between episodes. The next episode we come back, we'll be in a brand new shiny building. We'll do a little building tour. It's a lot of work to move, and I don't want to move during an episode. Oh, one more thing I wanted to cover is I'm doing a weekly how-to. The first one's going to be founders. The second one is going to be team building. In founders, I'm covering medium, hard, and impossible difficulties. How to select your founders for those 3. And team building, I'm going to be doing design and development teams. We're going to be putting together a whole design team and a whole development team. And I'm going to go through all the steps, what we've learned, what we've picked up in the last few months. We're going to cover leadership. And I'm thinking of doing a weekly how-to every Sunday. So if Sunday's release will be a how-to. So anything you want to know how it works, get it in the comments. You give me your how-to question. I'll formulate it into a video and answer you in a video. How's that? And we'll report whoever sends it in as the originator of the video. The video originated from your how-to question. How's that? We'll get you in on it. And I don't know if you guys noticed the Division 2. I'm an avid player. I just put out a video of one of my last builds that I put together. And I also put out a video on all the weapon skins. Not all of them, all of them that I have. I may revise that video with all the weapon skins next. That's going to be it. If you have gotten this far in the video, I appreciate you for watching. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos, as it does help me and the channel to keep growing. A special thanks to all my subscribers. I do appreciate you. Stay safe. Keep those around you safe. Latin out.